Dan with StarReviews.com, and today we're going to review the as seen on TV product, the Samurai Shark. Now we've all seen an infomercial featuring Billy Mays, and this product is designed to sharpen all your knives, including serrated knives, with ease. And here's how it works. Up in the top here there's steel tungsten carbide blades that are going to act as your sharpener, and in the back there's a retractable carbide blade just like that, and this is what you're going to use to sharpen up your serrated knives as well as other cutting tools, scissors, pruning shears, things like that. This is going to work anywhere from your kitchen to your tackle box, and everywhere in between you can use to sharpen tools. So we're going to put it to the test today. We have a rather dull knife here, and we have some tomatoes, and we're going to see if we can actually sharpen this knife and use it to slice these tomatoes better. Stay tuned and watch our tests. To start our test, we have our dull knife here. We have a couple tomatoes. So we're just going to use the knife to try to thinly slice some tomatoes. As you can see, our knife is pretty terribly dull. And it's squishing the tomatoes, and it takes the extra effort to actually break through. In the infomercial with Billy Mays, they use a knife in the beginning and she's trying to cut the tomato and it just squeezes everywhere. I mean, we're not cutting a rotten tomato, we're just cutting the same type of tomatoes. We all got them today at the store. There's definitely no trick here. It's not rotten like it is kind of in the infomercial. It's pretty clearly rotten. And as you can see, you know, it slices it, but it definitely doesn't do it easy. Let's come back. I'm going to show you how to use the Samurai Shark to sharpen this knife, and let's see what our results are with that. Okay, so we're back. Now we're going to use this same knife, the Samurai Shark. We're going to try to sharpen it. Now if you actually look at it, we use this top part here because it's obviously not a serrated knife, and there's a little lip here. So if you're working at your countertop, you're going to butt that right against your countertop to make sure it's not sliding anywhere on you, and make sure you hold it. I'm just going to kind of slide out of the way here for a moment. We have it up against the cutting board. That's going to give us a little height so we can actually do this while I'm sitting down. And you want to go all the way from the bottom to the tip, and you want to do it 3 times. So that's 1, 2, 3 times, bottom to the top, just like that. And now in the infomercial, they then take a tomato. Again, we're back with a tomato. Now this knife is supposed to be sharp enough to just cut through. And although it's a little sharper, you know, I'm still having a little bit of a tough time cutting through. But I mean, obviously my results are 100 times better than they were when the knife was dull. I could probably run it through the sharpener a couple more times and see if we can get a sharper knife. And but I'd say for that part of the test, it worked pretty well. It did a nice job sharpening up our knife. So to further our test, we have the tomato that we just sliced up there. We cleaned off our knife. We're going to run it through the Samurai Shark a couple more times, see how sharp we can actually get the knife. Again, we just did it 3 times the first time. So bottom to top, I'm just going to do it a couple more times. See if we can really get this knife sharp. When we started, the knife was really old. It's really dull. You know, something that just kind of gets lost in the drawer that you're not using anymore. So just like that, a couple more times. Another tomato. See what we can do here. And obviously, it's just gotten much better. I would say it definitely does a nice job. We just ran it through a couple more times. I think 3 times was enough to get it to the point where we'd actually break this knife out of the drawer and start using it again. And a couple more times, it really restored the knife to a condition that we're going to use this in the kitchen now. For this test, we have our normal everyday house scissors. They take some abuse. As you can tell, we're going to get you a nice close-up here. This blade here is kind of very dull, discolored, has some nicks and dings in it. So we're going to use the Samurai Shark and the retractable tungsten carbide steel sharpening blade and try to restore this knife. But before I go ahead and do that, to do a simple test, we have a piece of paper, and sharp scissors should be able to just cut right through the paper without actually the scissor motion. And I'll get it started here. And as you can tell, I mean, we just have a mess on our hands. It's definitely tearing the paper. It's not sharp enough to cut through. I mean, I can go ahead and cut through like this, but we're not getting the ability to just slice through quickly as we would if these were sharp when they were new. So let's go ahead and use this Samurai Shark and do our best to restore this blade. And let's go back and do the same exact test with the same style paper and see if we get better results. Okay, so now we have our retractable blade out. we're ready to sharpen our scissors. Just going to hold them open. Now you're going to use the wide angle part of the sharpener and just run it down the blade. So just do this a couple times on each blade. And now put this down. Grab another piece of printer paper, as we have here, and just get ready to test it out and see if we can run it down now at this point. And obviously at this point we're having much better luck just running the scissor right through our paper. Do it one more time real quick. And obviously the Samurai Shark did an awesome job cleaning up these old scissors that we've had kicking around in the junk drawer for a while. We just got done testing this Samurai Shark, and obviously as you can see our results were really good. A couple pros about the product. 1, it's easy to use. 2, it's safe to use. Unlike using the traditional knife sharpeners in the kitchen where you're actually moving the sharpener around across the blade, this is stationary and you're just running the blade through it, which means you're at less risk of having an accident and cutting yourself. 3, it sharpens just any kind of thing you could think of in your house that you want to sharpen, from tools, scissors, shears, everything, including serrated knives, but using the retractable sharpener in the back end. And it has some nice adjustments on the front. So really this is going to be set up to sharpen everything that you have. Nice, small, and compact. It'll store anywhere you want to put it. Cons for the product? Look, there really are none. It works exactly how they say it works in the infomercial, and from our testing that you saw here today, they might stretch things on their infomercial using rotten tomatoes and things like that, but we had some real world results that were really quite nice. Overall, StarReviews is going to give the Samurai Shark a total of 6 out of 6 stars. It's definitely the best knife sharpener that I've ever used. It's very easy to use, and our results were great. Be sure to check out our website, StarReviews.com, where we review other as seen on TV products.